Jeffrey's mouth breathing. He's scrolling. You stupid bitch. I hate you. They're all sluts. All of them are all sluts. They're all f***ing Chad. Why won't they fuck me? Jeffrey's part of the black pill. He's an incel. He's in men going their own way. He hates women and he thinks that the reason that they don't like him is purely due to his genetics. But that's not true. He's just a hateful, weird, smelly guy to be around. You can definitely overdo it with consuming too much red pill content, and that was my life for a long time. I found the red pill in like 2014 and I improved my understanding of women and sexual dynamics a lot. But it was when I started watching red pill YouTube videos that things started to go downhill. When you're consuming content from random people who are putting their personality and you become more like them, you start to feel the same way. And I only really became aware of this like a year ago when one time I was scrolling on Instagram. I was in one of those hazes where you click on a pretty girl's profile and then you click on the suggested profile, then the other suggested profile, and you're just like looking at fit pictures. And I just found my mind was just so negative to them that I was just chatting shit about them. I was just creating hostile, hateful thoughts about them. I wanted to fuck them. If one of them messaged me, of course I'd go on a date with her. I'd fall in love. That's my baby girl. But I hate that bitch because I know that I probably don't have a chance with her. That's not a good way to live, and we need to get out of that as fast as possible, because that hateful personality alone is what makes a lot of men incredibly unattractive to women. Adonis loves women and the feminine energy, just like old rich white men love underage boys. Is that even a thing? Is that a stereotype? Right. I feel like the Illuminati do yeah, the Illuminati, like rich white guys definitely fuck boys. I'm not gonna lie. Like part of the Illuminati or something, like they would do, wouldn't they? I guess when you're like that rich and shit, like pussy just doesn't hit the same spot anymore. Oh man. Adonis is so aware of the connection, the yin and yang of male and female energy. He's a masculine man, so of course he's attracted to feminine women. He holds only positive, loving thoughts about them, and because of this, Adonis is irresistible to women. Why do you get hateful thoughts about her? If you go onto Instagram and you click on some fit girl's profile, why does your brain start generating hateful, negative thoughts about her? I think most young men view women so negatively, and it's so obvious and it's so sad, but honestly I understand why, because we don't even know them, we don't understand them. They have something that we want, desperately want. For a lot of young guys, we've never actually had the level of mutual attraction from women to feel like we're in a partnership with them. But you've got to see it from the woman's perspective. Imagine someone doesn't like you and you know it, you know that motherfucker doesn't like you, and then imagine that he wants something from you. You'd get a little bit pissed off. Okay, he doesn't like me, I don't like him, but he wants something from me, like he wants me to give him something. F you. Imagine what he wants more than anything. The reason why he's staring at you is because he wants to penetrate you. That's the quite disgusting reality that women have to face with a lot of young guys who show them like quite hateful, resentful personalities. But of course we'd like to fuck and we're gonna try and fuck. Is it not so obvious that a woman in this scenario is gonna be so unattracted to that guy? That guy could even have, like, as the blue pillars say, fucking hunter eyes. He could be 6 foot tall, but if he has this like hateful resentment towards women, they're gonna know. And of course, 100% of course, some girls will still sleep with this guy if he's attractive, but those are the trashy girls. Those are the girls who don't respect themselves. The thing is, the women that you actually want to be around, the women who respect themselves, the women who are raised right by loving parents, they would not settle to be around someone who doesn't like them and doesn't respect them and doesn't view them with love. The young man who's sexually and intimacy deprived, who looks at women with resentment, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy for this guy, because now these women want to stay away from him, and of course by them staying away from him, he hates them even more, and he goes deeper and deeper inside of that rabbit hole. And I want to give a disclaimer, because some guys do this the exact opposite way. This isn't to say to be a simp or to be a nice guy. You should be nice, you should be kind. Remember, the nice guy is like a key term. It's like a certain personality. You should be a guy who is nice. You should be a guy who is kind. You should not be a nice guy. You should not be a simp. Those guys are doing it totally wrong. They think if they give unconditional love, attention, even fucking money to women who don't care about them, they'll at least get like a shred of fucking attention. And that's as sad as the guys who are hateful towards women. In both of these men, the simp and also the hateful red pill man, they both pedestalize women. They both think of women as some like creature that they need to conquer and they need to act weird. That's why these guys never actually have fulfilling, happy, exciting dating and sexual lives. It's the guy over here who just has respect for himself, who was raised in a healthy way. And honestly, this is like less than 10% of people. Being raised in a healthy way is a fucking privilege. If you weren't beaten by your parents, if you weren't shouted at by your parents, you are actually part of the minority. If your parents are still in a loving relationship, you are truly, truly like elite. These are the men who you would see actually end up dating like their high school crush or something, and they end up literally staying together for like a very, very long time. They're in all means in a successful, happy relationship. relationship. Whereas us little fucking incels will look into this guy and say,
oh, he's blue pill, bro.
This is the guy who's actually enjoying his fucking life, and we're looking at him like, oh, he's blue pill. Shut the fuck up, bro. The best case scenario is that your parents are still in a happy relationship and they've modeled what a loving relationship looks like so that you can act in that same way. Because if you have witnessed that in your parents, you will automatically look to women in the same way. You will treat them with respect. You'll treat them with love. You'll still polarize her. You'll still treat her like she's a feminine woman. You would have saw your masculine father in that dominant position role, and you would have been emulating that. And that's incredibly sexy to women. But because we're all fucked in the brain, we're over here, and we need to learn how to act in a healthy way. Because if we don't, we will carry this resentment and this hatred. And if you're uncertain right now and you're thinking, wait, but there's Chad hates. No, he doesn't. No, he fucking doesn't. He doesn't take shit from them. Chad does not take shit from women, but he doesn't hate them. He fucking loves them, bro. Chad is like around women all the time. He likes being around them. He just doesn't take shit from them. And that's exactly how you should be. But you shouldn't be sat here saying, oh yeah, I'm not gonna take shit from women. It's not something that you like plan. It's not something that you sit here with like confidence, like, I don't take shit from women. It's just something that once you get disrespected by anyone, you just cut them out of your life because you don't care about them. If someone's gonna disrespect you, they obviously don't care about you. You don't want to be around someone who doesn't care about you. Okay, fine. I invite you to try that experiment. This is a practical step that you can take. Go onto Instagram, end up finding like some random attractive girl in your city or in your country, and then start clicking on the suggested and just kind of like start looking at the pictures, especially like girls who are quite like provocative in their pictures, and just see what kind of thoughts your brain processes. It's a very, very interesting exercise to think, why the fuck is my brain just like so fucking negative right now? Like, I want to fuck her. You'll cope and you'll say, oh, I don't want to, but like you probably would, bro. You probably would. And especially for a lot more of the attractive girls and they seem a bit more like higher class, you'd probably want to date them too. But your brain still generates negative thoughts because it kind of knows that you might not be able to. And so it's easier for your brain to say, oh yeah, she's a bitch and she's a slut, more than it is like, oh yeah, like she's really hot and I bet she wouldn't follow me back. But it's that second one. It's that humble realization that gives you humility. That's how you grow. You actually need those thoughts, even though it sounds kind of sad and counterintuitive. To grow as a man, sometimes you need to be fed up with being a loser. Sometimes you need those thoughts like, you know what? I would actually like, I would go on a date with this girl. This girl's sexy. I would actually love to sleep with her, but she probably wouldn't. Like, you know, I'll try, I'll follow her, maybe I'll like her, I'll send her a message, but she probably wouldn't like me back because I am aware of the value differences that we have right now, and that pisses me off. I want to be up here. You need to become fed up with being a loser and put that sort of negative energy into your own growth instead of just trying to bring someone else down. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.